Welcome to Canine Wellness Online. I'm Tania Costa. So today I want to go over a few tips and tricks for you regarding swimming and your dog that's had TPLO or your dog that may have any kind of knee injury. So without further ado, let's get started. Why don't you want your dog swimming right away once the stitches have come out? Well, the biggest reason of all, and if you look at this video above, you'll see how this dog is swimming, but they're really using explosive movements of the back legs and pushing with their back legs a lot. So what does that mean to you? So to use my famous knee model, the surgery, the TPLO they have cut the bone and there's a plate on there. And what can happen, and something you really don't want to have happen, is a dog that's very exuberant in the water and they're bending, and you figure this bone hasn't healed yet. This tendon here, called the patellar tendon, can get inflamed. And the problem with that is that tendons have very little blood flow and take forever to heal. And so owners that I've seen in my practice that have gone and done some swimming with their dog to help their dog recover have, gotten, their dog becomes lame, and then they don't know, is it the plate, what's going on? And then they go back to the surgeon and find out that this tendon here is all inflamed, and they can take up to 8 months to heal. So that is the main reason that the surgeon gives you these warnings. So your surgeon has given you strict instructions. And many of the surgeons that I deal with will tell owners not to swim their dogs for anywhere from 3 to 6 months. And I don't necessarily agree with that. And the reason that I don't agree with that is because obviously swimming can be very beneficial for dogs to use their hind legs and build muscle. Now, as a little segue here, often I've found after doing 15 plus years of swimming dogs or putting them in an underwater treadmill, but specifically swimming, many dogs won't really use the leg that you want them to use to build muscle. So if you're not using the leg well, then you're not building muscle. However, the flip side to that is if you are going to a professional that has done appropriate training in hydrotherapy, they will know and be able to show you ways that you can actually get your dog to use the leg properly and build muscle. But just bear in mind that going one time a week is not going to build muscle.